What's going on, everybody? It's the One Man Pod, back with another video. And so I told you guys on my first podcast that I have to take 2 weeks off in August. So this is either my last podcast or my second last one. But all I know is I'm back to 31st, so I'll be back at Clash in Paris when that happens. So I'll record when I get home and I'll cover it. And yeah, that will be the return of me. But without further ado, let's begin. Okay, on the Raw side of things, we have Sheamus versus Rusev. That was a really good match. I liked it, but it should have been on the SummerSlam card. They should have had a no-holds-bar match on the SummerSlam card. Okay, instead, we got a whole bunch of tag team matches instead of that match. We were robbed. It should have been on SummerSlam. And there was no winner either. I hope Rusev wins this feud because he deserves it, and I don't really like Sheamus that much, but I like Rusev, so I hope he gets a championship at some point, Intercontinental, maybe a world title run. But yeah, I think Rusev after Sheamus, I think he could get an Intercontinental title shot. He might not win, but he still get a title shot, I think. I think it will be really good if him and Dom ever have a match. I think whatever match he's put in, he could be good in. But yeah, moving on. Lyra, Valkyria, and Bayley backstage segment. Now, Lyra said to Bayley, "Stay out of my life," which that makes me kind of think that either Bayley or Lyra are moving to SmackDown. Which I think that Lyra Valkyria should move to SmackDown. Women's United States Championship 4, so that she can be halfway to becoming a Grand Slam champion. So early in her career, though. Actually, I don't know. But I don't really know. But yeah. But I hope Lyra moves to SmackDown. I like Lyra, and I hope she wins more championships. I feel like she could have an awesome feud with the current women's US champ. What's her name? Julia. Yeah, I think she could have an awesome feud with her. They could probably put on banger after banger matches. But yeah, hope she moves to SmackDown and has a feud with Julia. Moving on. Becky Lynch and Nikki Bella segment. So Becky Lynch was cutting a promo, then Nikki Bella came out. And that was a great promo. Especially when Becky said, "Is that why you can't see him anymore?" Whatever she said. But yeah, it was awesome promo. Becky Lynch and Maxie Dupree. Becky Lynch challenged Maxie Dupree. So I'm thinking, do we see another triple threat between Nikki Bella, Maxine Dupree, and Becky for the Women's Intercontinental Championship? I mean, that could be pretty good if we do see that match. Could be a great match. But I don't know if they're going to do another triple threat with her title run so soon. Tough to say. Or she'll either do Nikki Bella, Clash in Paris, and then she'll do Maxine Dupree after that. After on Raw, they'll have a match. Well, we'll see. We'll see what next week has in store. But I like Maxine Dupree. I'm glad that she's actually finally getting some TV time. And I hope that she has this Becky match. Even if she doesn't win, she's still getting on TV. which I want. Because she's a good wrestler, she just doesn't get given that many title opportunities, or any opportunities at all, matter of fact. But, yeah, I really like her. I hope that she can win a championship one day. And, yeah. Seth Rollins versus LA Knight. Now that was an out of the blue match. I thought for sure that it was going to be at Clash in Paris, but no. It was on that Raw, which I liked. They rarely have title defenses on Raw. But yeah, it was honestly really good. Really, really good. And I liked it a lot. I liked it a lot, and I liked the promo and stuff like that. Really liked it. And then Roman showing up after the match was over was good. And then after that, Bronson Reed and all of them destroyed him. Then Bronson Reed stole his shoes, which is that going to be his new gimmick now, the shoe snatcher, the tribal thief? I like that gimmick a lot, because it seemed like before he didn't really have a gimmick. It didn't even feel like he was a part of the group, because Braun Breaker was the future, Paul Heyman was the Oracle, Seth Rollins was the visionary. But yeah, there's nothing for Bronson Reed, but now he's the tribal thief. Is he just going to steal Roman's shoes, or now is he going to steal everybody's shoes? Because if he does, that could be interesting. And I'd like to see more of that gimmick. I feel like Bronson Reed is a future Intercontinental Champion. At some point. But yeah. Maybe we could see a Bronson Reed turn on Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. Not yet though, but like in a year, say a year, 2 years maybe. But yeah, we'll see. Hot take, I like Bronson Reed better than I like Braun Breaker. Hot take. A lot of people won't agree with that, but I do, so whatever. Rhea Ripley versus Rhea Ripley backstage segment with Io Sky. Now, that was a great segment where Io Sky told her, "You'll never beat me," which finally Rhea Ripley can not be in a title match. She's been in every single women's world title match, I think, of the year. Yeah, let's count. She was in the Raw Netflix one. Then she had the whole thing with Nia. Then the triple. She had a title defense against Io Sky, which Io beat her. And then the triple threat. And then she was facing Io Sky again at Evolution. But yeah, and then she's in the triple threat. So finally, she'll break the cycle of being in every women's world title match, which I'm happy. She can finally beat Io Sky, or just be out of the title scene in general. She needs a good feud that's not in the title scene. A lot of people would agree with that statement. A lot of people. And I like Rhea Ripley, but she doesn't deserve to be in every single title match there is, known to man. Okay, the women's tag team title match. Awesome match. I thought the Judgment Day would win, though, but now that they lost, I think Alexa and Charlotte are going to have a long title run. Yeah, because on the day I'm recording this, Friday, they had a segment with a cake because it was Alexa Bliss's birthday. I think either today or tomorrow. But yeah, and then it was a really good segment. And then it ended with Charlotte Flair versus Chelsea Green, which this is on SmackDown, by the way. Charlotte Flair versus Chelsea Green. And then Charlotte Flair beat her by submission, and then she dove straight into the cake, which I thought was funny. And yeah, that was pretty funny. I liked it a lot. And oh, apologies for that. That's just the rain, ladies and gentlemen. But okay, moving on. Penta versus Grayson Waller. Unexpected matchup. And does anybody know what's going on with Austin Theory? Comment down below, because it said he was removed from the roster. Anybody have any information on that, to see if it was real or fake? So if anybody does, please comment below. That'd be greatly appreciated, so that I'm informed. But yeah, great match. I'm glad Penta won. Penta is a future Intercontinental Champion. It's my opinion. Grayson Waller, he's not that good. Also my opinion. More El Grande Americanos appear in the Dragon Lee versus Dom match. What? So are they just gonna make every superstar that isn't used an El Grande Americano thing? In my opinion, that sucks. I was happy when there was 2 El Grande Americanos, but 3, that's a little too much. That's a little much. I don't like that. They should not have that many. There's no need for that many El Grande Americanos. Stick with 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, 2. Well, I guess they're just going to use all the talent that never gets used and just put them as El Grande Americanos. But yeah, another thing is that I liked El Grande Americano storyline up until this point. Now let's see what else I have here. Okay. Moving on to the SmackDown side of things. The John Cena promo. I liked it, but no Barack return? No Barack return? Huh? So what was the point of that return if he's not just going to show up? Instead, we have Logan Paul and him at Clash in Paris. Which I don't mind, but him and Logan Paul could put on a decent match. Which, yeah, they could put on a decent little match. I think obviously Cena's going to win, but yeah. And McIntyre showed up again. I think that those two should stay in the division. Because the tag division, low key, they need more people in the tag team division on SmackDown. Because they're always doing the same matchups. Which they're always 5-star classics. But eventually you want to see something new. So, and I think that would be a perfect way. They could win tag team titles, tag gold. You know, they have great chemistry, in my opinion. Great chemistry as a tag team. And also speaking of tag teams, Mello Don't Miz seems to be back apparently. Because there was a backstage segment. I was wondering what was happening to that. They just disappeared randomly one time. But now they seem to be back as a tag team. That's interesting. I'm so happy Carmelo Hayes is finally getting a match. Man, that guy, such a good wrestler. He should get a US title run at some point. Maybe next year. Yeah, maybe he should take the title off Solo. Hot take, he should take the title off Solo. I like Solo. But Solo should have 2 more months of a reign. And then he takes the title off him. That's what I think anyways. But, yeah. Okay, Okay. Oh yeah. Speaking of Solo, he had a match against Sami Zayn, but we'll get to that. We'll just talk about it now. Solo versus Sami. Great match. Sami shouldn't have won. Look, me, I don't like Sami Zayn. I've said it on this channel a few times. I don't like him. I hope that he doesn't win the Saudi Royal Rumble. Oh yeah, also Saudi. They're trying to have 2 WrestleManias. And then one goes to Saudi, which... Okay, Saudi, if you want a WrestleMania, how about they just do one night in Vegas and then one night in Saudi? Problem solved. You don't have to have your own WrestleMania. TKO is getting more greedy by the day. They're going to lose a bunch of fans. TKO is digging its grave. I don't like TKO. I used to follow them on TikTok. Recently, I unfollowed them. Because they're just destroying WWE. They're so greedy with the money. They're destroying WWE. If WWE ever gets shut down, I'm blaming it on TKO. I just don't like TKO in general. Okay. The MFTs versus Motor City Machine Guns. I'm so happy the NFTs won. I like Motor City Machine Guns, but I didn't really like the match. But I'm happy that the MFTs won. Because finally they actually win a match for once. Yeah, they actually win a match for once. Which I thought was really good. That they won a match for once. And they should continue to do so. They could be tag team champions also. Tala Tonga and JC Mateo. I don't know what Tama Tonga is there. No, not Tama Tonga. Tonga Loa is there for, because he's not really doing anything. I think when Tama Tonga comes back, if he joins the Bloodline again, it will be... the Tongans will be a tag team again and stuff like that. But... yeah. I already talked about Charlotte versus Chelsea and all that. So, moving on in the main event. Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre versus John Cena and Cody Rhodes. Fantastic match, only to be ruined by DQ. Thanks, Logan Paul. But, yeah, it was a good match otherwise. And then at the end, Cena kicked Cody. Wait, no, not Cena. Drew kicked Claymored Cody through a table and then held the title. Obviously, that's going to be the match at Clash of Paris. Obviously. Because they basically confirmed it. So I bet you we'll see more next week. And stuff like that. But, yeah. Drew's not winning. I already know that. Drew's not going to win. Not this short into the title reign. Plus, he's doing a thing with Logan Paul right now, so... yeah. But anyways, that's it for today, guys. And remember, I'm the One Man Pod. Have a nice day.